Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, today I've got something really interesting for you. We're heading to a place called Cheltenham in Melbourne to go and look around a Bentley and Rolls-Royce specialist called David Ekberg. I'm very excited about this because I'm a huge Bentley and Rolls-Royce fan. You'll have probably seen many reviews I've done with Bentleys over the years on this channel. I had a look on the website and they've got loads of beautiful cars, so I can't wait to go and have a look around the place. I got in touch with the team and they've been really nice and helpful so far. It turns out a few of them are viewers of the channel, long-time viewers of the channel as well, which just blows my mind. When I make these videos, it's just me and my camera. I can't quite believe that people watch it in faraway places like this. Honestly, it's mind-blowing. I'm also told that David's got an extensive personal car collection which he stores at this site as well, so hopefully with their permission we'll be able to look around those as well. Check them out by the way on Instagram, it's at David Ekberg Official. They're always posting loads of beautiful cars, so if you're anything like me you'll like it, I'm sure. I can't wait to go and look around Mulsannes and Arnages and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, we're not too far away now, so I shall see you there. I'm really excited about this, as you can probably tell. I can't wait to go and have a look around and meet the team. Well, we're here, and I don't know where to start. I've never seen a collection quite like this. I've never seen such a concentration of Bentleys and Rolls-Royces. There's so many to look at. We might as well then start off with these. So this is what looks like a facelift Mark II Continental GT from 2017, and it's done 24,000 kilometers. I love these cars. Next up we've got the GTC. Now they're just so timeless, aren't they? So elegant. Next to that we've got another GTC. Let's have a look at this one. This one is a 2016 with just 9,000 kilometers on the clock. Over here though we've got something quite special. So this is a 1925 Bentley Super Sports Green Label. Now apparently this was the first car to reach 100 miles an hour. Old W12 sounds nice, doesn't it? So this is I'm just reading the sign here. This is a very special car, delivered new in Australia in 1925. Can you imagine that? With a special racing body built by Flood. One of only 18 made, the car was ordered to race and participate in hill climbs. It was guaranteed by the factory to achieve 100 miles an hour and still carried the 5-year warranty. Can you believe that? I don't know about you, but doing 100 miles an hour in this must have been quite terrifying. I've certainly never seen one before, and I very much doubt I'll see one ever again. Look at that, 100 miles an hour on these tyres. This is a collector's dream, this place. Got a very nice flying spur there, W12. This of course is a service centre as well, so they've got ex-Bentley technicians here working away. Got a nice Brooklands there, flying spur. Continental GT, like my 5K Continental. They're so timeless. We've got an old Turbo R here. Then over here, let me talk you through this collection then. Continental GT, a V8 one I think. You can tell this from the exhaust because the exhaust looked like an 8 sideways. This here is very rare. I've never seen one of these in the flesh. It's a GT3R. Now there are only 300 of these made, I think worldwide. This is in David's private collection I think, so it's not for sale. Let's take a look at this though. So I believe it uses the W12, but I think it's modified, and on top of that you've got carbon fibre everywhere to reduce weight, so this must be a real beast of a thing. There you go, look. One of 300 cars. This is so rare. Behind it we've got a Ferrari 250 GTO, look at this. So this I think is a Pininfarina designed car. Oh, there we go, I was right. Designed by Pininfarina. It's a 1960 Ferrari GT 250. It's actually an Australia car, so this was delivered and sold in Melbourne in 1960. Can you imagine driving that around here in 1960? It must have seemed like something from another world almost. That's so elegant. It's such a south of France car, isn't it, that? Imagine that driving around Monaco. Next to it, this is I think this is a Lancia, but it's another Pininfarina design car, and it looks very similar to the 250 GT. If you look, the shapes are very, very similar. Yeah, so that is a Lancia from, what year is this? It must be a similar era. Again, another beautiful car. That one's got a little bonnet scoop on it, look. Intake. That Ferrari is so elegant. Up here then, we've got an Allard. Now again, that sounded like a broken record, but this is something I've never seen before. So that, I believe, uses a big V8 engine. Let's have a look at this sheet then. This is a 1951, a March 51. It's done 85,000 miles, so it must have been a UK car originally. It's for sale for $57,000. Look at this, so the handles are on the opposite side. They really don't make cars like this anymore, look at this. Now from the back, it looks very British. And yeah, V8 engine, you see the little V8 badge there. I don't know where to look next. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop here. This is a Lagonda, I think. Yes, it's a 1935. January 35, that's as old as my grandparents. It's for sale for $133,000. It's a 1935 Lagonda M45. I'm afraid though, guys, I don't know much more about this. I just can't get my head around the era from which these cars are from. Can you imagine going out of your house and seeing something like this on the road? Speaking of Lagonda, we've got an Aston Martin Lagonda here, look. Now this is the one with the pop-up headlights. This isn't for sale, it's part of a private collection, this. But that, when it was launched in the 70s, must have looked so futuristic. I mean, they still do now. Just realised I've missed a whole couple of cars here. So we've got a Maserati here, and then a Mercedes Cabriolet. That's beautiful. Look at this. It's almost like a Rolls-Royce Corniche style. It's a big, luxurious, comfortable, 4-seat convertible. Look at that steering wheel. That's beautiful. That is a 300 SE. And there's the Maserati. I don't know too much about that. I could spend hours here. Everything's got that unique smell to it as well. Right. Oh, this next car is quite special. Now, this actually belonged to Princess Margaret. So it was shipped from the UK at some point to Australia, but that was actually Princess Margaret's car, which is quite interesting, hasn't it? This is certainly had an interesting life. Look at these seats. They're just so sumptuous. It's in great condition, this. And then in the back, this is amazing, really. Think of the people that have been in the back of this. Should we have a seat? You just imagine this, can't you, driving around London, around Windsor, Gloucester. ashtray there, look. That is a Silver Wraith 2. Before we continue with the video, I just need to say a massive thank you to today's video sponsor, Car Vertical. Now, before you hand over any cash for a used car or motorbike, it's really important that you do a thorough vehicle history check. And with Car Vertical, that couldn't be easier. All you do is go to carvertical.com, and don't worry, I'll leave the link below in the video description, and type in the reg or the VIN. It's as easy as that. This isn't just a UK thing either, it works in 35 different countries. It even works here in Australia. Watch this. Change the state to Queensland and type in the plate, which on this is 611. Nice easy one. And then check vehicle. And what this does is provides a thorough detailed report. So it'll tell you whether it's ever been stolen, written off, had a mileage rollback, or has outstanding finance on it. It's really important that you do one of these checks because there are so many cars out there with a dodgy history, I'd hate for you to end up buying one. It doesn't take long to generate the report. This one's nearly ready, and it isn't expensive. And it's cheaper still if you use my promo code HIGHPEAK. That's HIGHPEAK all one word, HIGHPEAK, and you'll save 20% off each and every check that you do. You can use that promo code as many times as you like. Right, report is ready. Let's check this then. So it's found a recall with this S-Class. I'll have to get that booked in with Mercedes. The mileage is fine. Registration status check, perfect. No damage, no theft, no natural disaster exposure. It's never been stolen, so that's all good. In the UK, it'll show you all the MOT history, but here in Queensland, they don't have yearly MOTs. So as you can see, there is nothing to report there. We've got some upcoming maintenance tips, no recorded damage. We've got the average market value as well. It is a 3.5 S350 rear-wheel drive, 7-speed. We've even got the spec as well, so it shows you everything that this has got. So like I say, it's a really useful tool. So thanks, Car Vertical, for sponsoring another video. Right, back to the Bentleys. And then here we've got a Nash. I don't know much about these, to be honest. What will that be, 20s maybe? 1930s perhaps? Next to it we have a, what is this? I wish I could time travel. I'd love to go back to this sort of era. I've just spotted a Chrysler Imperial, look at this. It's enormous. Let's go around to the back, shall we? Oh, so this is the length of a small ship. It's a Chrysler Imperial. That's huge. How impressive. We've got a Bentley Arnage there. These look beautiful. In the UK at least, you can pick these up quite cheaply. You know, last time I had a look on Australia, Daydreaming, they were, well, for a good one, 20 grand, 25 grand. You could pick up a slightly higher mileage, scruffier one for 15, so an awful lot of car for the money. Up here, now, these look particularly pretty. I thought it was a Corniche, but it's not. Now those headlamps weren't everyone's cup of tea when they first came out, but now I think there's a bit like the Camargue really. They're getting some attention, which I think it deserves. Over here we've got another Rolls Royce. What can I tell you about this one then? Look at the thickness of the door, for example, and the carpets. What a beautiful collection. I'm trying my hardest there not to slam. There we go. So that is a Corniche from, I guess, the early 70s. Over here, that's an old British plate, ATA 511. That's a Bentley of some description. Pre-war winner there. We've got a little rosette on the windscreen. Then over here we've got some of the classic British plate there under the David Ekberg plate. Under here we've got, this is a very rare car. It's currently undergoing complete restoration, this, but that is what's called a, let me get my facts straight now, that's built by a company called Hooper. So these were completely bespoke. If you have a look at the little sort of opera style window at the back, so you'd buy a car, a Rolls Royce or Bentley, whatever, and then take it to this company and completely customise it. So if you notice, this one has got a completely different interior. And I believe this belonged to the wife of the CEO. So a very special car. Pop this sheet back over it. Can't wait to see that once it's done. And there we go. We've got two more here. Look at this. Rolls Royce, Phil the Phantom, 8th of April, 1927. I apologise, I wish I knew more about these. What I'm going to do one of these days is come back here and get David on camera, because he's got like an encyclopedic knowledge of all this stuff, and he can explain and tell us all about them. Over here then, watch this actually, have a look at this. When you open the rear door, you watching? A side step pops out. So yeah, Hooper & Co, Coach Builders, London. Can you see that? They all have their own distinct smell. Another British reg plate there, look. And look at this, I didn't expect to see a Citroen C3 Pluriel here amongst all this. Do you remember these? They claimed to be, I remember the adverts when I was a kid, it claimed to be several cars all at once. So it was basically a C3 convertible, but it had these pillars that you could remove. But in typical French way, they didn't give you anywhere to store the pillars. So you'd have to leave the roof at home and hope that it didn't rain. We've got a lovely Mark II Jaguar there. An old Porsche Turbo there. Not sure what year that is, that 911, but that is a beautiful colour. Look at this Mark II. I'm surprised these aren't worth more money, you know. You still pick these up quite cheaply. We've got a Rolls Silver Serif there. So this, I believe... Yeah, Silver Serif. I believe this is... Well, this was a rival, the more luxurious rival, to the Bentley Arnage. I don't know where to look here. We've got an old classic Saab there. Not sure the year of this, but these were quite interesting. These used a V4 petrol engine, which made a nice noise. So this is a 1973 Type 96 V4. It's left-hand drive. Apparently this car came from Holland originally, then it was exported to New Zealand, and it's made its way to Australia. The condition of this is excellent though. It's even got a little map light, you see that? These were very good rally cars. That's really how Saab got the name, I think. Over here, what do we have? This is a Lancia. This is a pretty thing. Cars had so much more character in this era. We've got a series of Bentleys here. These are very glamorous cars. So now I believe, I could be wrong here, so don't get angry at me if I say something incorrect. Is this the Bentley version of like the Silver Shadow? I believe it is. It looks kind of similar. There's the Shadow and the Shadow 2. I think this is the Bentley version. What a car. The weight of this door, honestly. You got the gear selector here, up on the dash. I need to pinch myself here because look at where I am right now. So here then, is that a... You're gonna have to help me out here, guys, in the comments. Is that an S1? It's a beautiful, elegant, glamorous coupe. Oh, look at the carpets. And the wood. So smooth. The craftsmanship here is unbelievable. Oh, we've got a Ferrari Mondial there. What's this then? So we've got Frank Dalen and Stepsons, London, SW6. This is a 1961 Type 2 Bentley. So kind of a Corniche rival, I guess. It's a beautiful colour. All these cars make that Mondial look tiny. I think we'll do the middle in a second. I don't want to miss any of these cars. We've got another Type 2 there. Is that the same? I love this colour combination with the gold pinstripe. Oh, and look at this. So this doesn't have a leather interior. Look how plush they are. Look at the thickness of the carpets too. Let's take a seat in this one. I'd love to drive something like this one day. Now the Mondial used to be the cheapest way into Ferrari ownership, but prices have started to climb recently. Now, I'm afraid I don't know much about those either. I don't think they didn't used to be very well regarded, but I don't really know why. For me, that still looks like quite a glamorous exotic. There we've got a W12 Continental GT. Non-Mulliner. I do like those in silver. Over here we've got a Daimler 66 V12. Little V12 badge there. Now I had one of these, I did a video with one. So long wheelbase, wool carpet mats. You've got these little tray tables here that pop out. Look at this. The smell of leather is unbelievable. Seeing all these cars, makes me proud to be British. We really did make some nice stuff once upon a time. Sad we don't really anymore. But things change. We've got a nice 997 there, Carrera 4S, and a 991. An X351 Jag XJ. These look beautiful. I've done plenty of videos with those, so I won't waste too much time talking to you about that. We've got a Bentley Arnage here with a Coronation 1953 little emblem. There's an SL 550? 550? Oh, 500. Man, they're nice. Oh, an S-Class Coupe. So we've got an S500 Coupe here. I might just bring a tent with me and live here for a month and do reviews with each of these cars. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? What have we got here then? This is a 1991 Bentley convertible Corniche. Finished in the perfect colours of Balmoral green with a beige Connolly hide pipe leather in green. There's a green Everflex roof, a green top roll, conifer carpets, special order bird's eye maple woodwork. This car is a Series 3, one of only 180, the majority of which were left-hand drive. None were sold new in Australia as Bentley didn't comply the car for this market. This car was originally sold to Japan. It's for sale for $222,000. Oh, it's open. Look at this. So this is a Mulliner Park Ward, as we can see here from the sill plate. Supplied by Corns & Co, official importer for Japan. Look at these carpets. This has had an interesting life in this car, hasn't it? How nice is this? Let's take a seat, shall we? Oh, wow. Can you believe this is a 91? It feels much older. Everything is hand-built and bespoke. Got seat heaters there. Release headlocks before operating power hood. Okay. What a beautiful car. I love that wood. Now this is very rare. So up here we have a Bentley Continental, not like the later GT Continentals like that. This is the original Continental. And this is called the Continental SC. Now I've only ever seen one of these on Instagram. And what makes the SC special is that this part of the roof lifts off. So it splits in two parts, and it's not like a T-bar, there's nothing there. It literally just lifts off, and you store it in a special compartment in the boot. Now that is very rare and very valuable. How do we get in the boot? You might need the key for that, actually. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look. So I believe the roof panels live under there. Can you see that? Yeah, Bentley Continental SC. There we go. That's stunning. Look at the wide arches. And the big exhaust. That's some car. Those S coupes are sexy now, aren't they? Let's have a look in this, shall we? It's a huge thing. You know what's good about the S coupe is people that aren't into cars will just think this is a C-Class coupe or an E-Class coupe. It really is for people who know. So let's have a look at this. It's done 78,000 kilometres. It is a 2015 rear-wheel drive S500. So this will use the 4.7 litre turbo V8. This really feels nice and special. You've got the Designo upholstery there. Burmester audio. This is beautiful. Very nice. These are quite cheap in the UK as well. Get out to this without damaging something expensive. Does it have soft close or not? So that is for sale for 99,000, so about £50,000. When you consider they were about 120 new pounds, that's a bit of a bargain, isn't it? What else have we got? Oh, a Mulsanne. Look at this. These are beautiful. This is for sale for 277. It's a 2016 Mulsanne. And it's done 77,000 kilometres. I don't think I've ever sat in one of these. These, again, can be bought quite cheaply in the UK. So I believe this uses a big old V8, a 6.75 litre. It almost feels like the last of the old Bentleys as well, which is in a nice way, obviously. It's huge though. This is my kind of car. Saying that, they all are. Soft closed doors, of course. Another SL500 here. How much are these days? So this will be something like a 2016, I imagine, something like that. Or 2014. It's only done 54,000 kilometres. It's for sale for 107. It's about £50,000. That would be a perfect car for Australia, wouldn't it? There we have a Flying Spur. That's a 2014 with 27 Ks on it. And that is $150,000, so about 75 grand. do love Bentley. Look at this. Handcrafted by Bentley Motors Crew, England. They're such a special car. W12, of course. Look at this collection though. Crazy, isn't it? Then we've got a slightly older flying spur there. I think that was the same colour as my Continental GT, the 2005. So that is a 2009. It's done 106,000 kilometres. And it's for sale for 79,000. Oh, look at the interior on this. That's nice. Nice wood wheel as well. That's beautiful. And in the back, of course, you get loads of legroom. What an awesome car. Still got some more to show you here, guys. Hope you're not getting bored. We've got the new Continental GT there. These are beautiful. I think I'll buy one of these days when they come down in price a little bit. This is a $300,000 car and it's a 2018 done 29,000. I love the new style lights as well. Looks really elegant. As opposed to the lights on the previous generation, like that one over there with its boot open. Can you see that? There we go. These are much more elegant. Oh wow, look at that. We've got illuminated sill there. And then look at this beautiful leather here. Everything, of course, is hand stitched. What's clever about this generation of Continental GT, that screen there rotates. So if you don't want to look at it, if you just want to see the nice wood, you can just spin it around and it rotates, James Bond style. It's got a heated steering wheel as well. What a beautiful car. Next to it is a Bentayga, Mark I Bentayga, pre-facelift, with a very nice interior. It's almost like a caramel colour. This is for sale for 212,000. It's a 2019 and it's a V8. V8 petrol or diesel? Because they did do this as a 4-litre diesel, which I've driven and did a review with one. And I was really impressed with that. Before you turn your nose up at the fact it's diesel, which I wrongly did, drive one. You'll be converted. I love the Bentayga. It's got absolutely everything on it, as you'd imagine. The driving position's perfect. Every time a car fires up here, I'm just drawn to it, like a moth to a flame. What else can I show you? What have we missed here? Another XJ there. Another Bentley. I should read up on this kind of era, shouldn't I really, so that I'm a bit better informed. Can you imagine who'd have owned these cars though? Back when they were new. Who had the money in those days to have something like this? I think that's what fascinates me about cars like this, the history of it really. The history of who owned these cars. Nowadays it's easier to get finance, isn't it, on things? So money's slightly cheaper and more attainable. Supercharged this one. But yeah, back in those days when it wasn't, you needed real wealth. It's for aristocrats and wealthy business people. Right, well I think I've done the full tour now. There is one more car to show you, which is quite special and I think you'll enjoy it. I think actually we'll take it for a drive. Well, this is what I wanted to show you. I thought you might be excited to see this. This is the exact Bentley Continental GT that Richard Hammond drove when Top Gear did that episode in Australia. Grip, good girl. Do you remember the episode where they were herding cattle in the outback? This was the actual car he drove.
I'm beached.
I saw this car on the website and I thought that's just like the one they used in that Top Gear episode. Little did I know it was the actual car. As soon as I discovered that, I thought it'd be quite special to get behind the wheel of it. This also is the first Continental GT V8 that I've ever driven. I've driven a few of these over the years, but they've always been the W12. I've never actually driven the 8-cylinder. I've watched and read loads of reviews of the V8, but like I say, I've never actually got behind the wheel until today. So I thought that, combined with the fact that this is the actual car Richard Hammond drove, I thought it was definitely worthy of a video. Straight away I can tell it feels lighter than the W12, and it also feels a bit more sprightly, feels a bit more eager. You also get a slightly different noise. Now I love the noise of the W12, you get that deep hum, but this is slightly different. You get that nice V8 burble. Sounds rich. I also love the colour of this. Now this yellow is actually called Monaco yellow, and I think it suits the Continental GT perfectly. In any other cars like this, I think it'd look a bit vulgar and a bit garish, but in this, I think it gives it a bit of a sense of humour. You've also got the nice matching yellow stitching on the steering wheel, the dash, and the door cards and seats. I absolutely love the Continental GT. I think they're an awesome car. And in the UK, where you can pick these up for like £40,000, I think they're great value. Lots of people panic about the running costs and the reliability of these things, but in my experience, I don't think that ought to put you off. What I'd always recommend is buy a good one to begin with. Buy a nice one, low mileage, full service history. That way you're off to a good start. Don't necessarily buy one like my £5,000 GT because, well, that's never ran right from day one. That's currently with my mechanic. In fact, he texted me the other day. It's nearly ready. It's nearly finished. It's now running spot on. You're just going to do various other jobs. But yeah, get yourself a good one to begin with low mileage, full service records, and you should be fine. What you also need to do is keep some money aside for general maintenance and any possible repairs. That way you won't be caught off guard. The third thing you need to do, and perhaps this is the most important, is find yourself a good specialist to look after it. Like, for example, the guys over at David Ekberg, because they know these cars inside out. That means when you do have a problem with it, they'll be able to get to it straight away. If you take this to your local mechanic, they might spend half a day scratching their head, whereas you go to a specialist, they'll know the issue straight away and get on it. But having owned a couple of these, I really wouldn't be put off. In fact, having driven this V8 one today, I want one. Listen to that. You know what, the Continental GT never feels like a sports car. It feels like a big luxury GT car. But the V8 completely changes its nature. This feels like, well, like a sports car. It feels lighter, it feels more agile and nimble. And the weight saving in this V8 really helps. What an awesome car. The W12 can feel like a bit of a Leviathan, but this doesn't. Just as you'd expect with the Bentley, the interior is beautiful. Everything's finely stitched and handcrafted. Everything you touch feels solid and weighty. All the switches and dials are knurled. Really is a beautiful thing, this. Anyway, before this turns into a full review of the V8 Continental, I should probably wrap this up. I mean the video, by the way, not the car. But yeah, I just thought you might like to see Richard Hammond's actual car from an actual Top Gear episode. It's quite cool, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed watching it half as much as I enjoyed making it, then I'd be quite happy with that. I also need to say a massive thank you to David Ekberg and the team for welcoming me. They've made me feel right at home. And they gave me full access to go and look around everything inside and out, as you've seen. So thank you guys for that. They're a really good team down there, so check them out. Go and follow them on Instagram because you'll see some of the cars firsthand. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, as I am, I'm sure you are, then you'll enjoy it. Right, then I'm going to spin this round and get it back before they report it as stolen. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I might try and borrow this for a review. What do you think? I'm sure they'd let me. Right, thank you guys. Thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'll leave the links below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.